Hi guys, welcome back to this amazing course. Today we're going to talk about the lesson number 6, technical parameters used with the ELECTROFITNESS suit. If you are still a little restless for having more specific knowledge on electrofitness, don't worry, because the next lessons are loaded with high quality content. In today's lesson, we will see the importance of knowing exactly the parameters used in the electrostimulation device, and how this can influence both the immediate effects and the long-term results. Knowing in detail the usefulness of each of the adjustable parameters can make the difference between a trainer and a professional electrofitness coach. This lesson is slightly more technical, so you should pay more attention to assimilate as much knowledge as possible. Remember, the parameters used in any electrofitness machine are as follows: wave type, pulse width, frequency, contraction time, and relaxation time. The effects obtained are not only due to the parameters' characteristics, but also the intrinsic properties of the different type of tissues of each individual. Therefore, we'll be able to influence a significant part but not the whole effect of the training. The correct use of the parameters will allow us to achieve specific goals for our athlete. Number 1. Training session duration. The time parameters represents the total duration in minutes of the scheduled training session. Number 2. Type of pulse or wave. It is the shape of the electric wave. A more comfortable type of pulse has not been proven because, as we have seen, that is an eccentric factor in the different tissues of each one of us. The wave type used in electrofitness should be biphasic, symmetrical, and compensated. Let us remember the meaning of each attribute. Biphasic. Each stimulation is composed of a positive and negative pulse. Symmetrical. Positive and negative pulse have the same shape. Compensated. The power delivered to the muscle by the positive and negative pulse, it is the same. Thus, we avoid possible burns. Number 3. Pulse width. It is the duration of each current pulse or the width of each hemicycle, usually expressed in microseconds. In the electrofitness jargon, it is also referred to a wave depth because for practical purposes, it influences the depth of the muscle. High pulses have a deeper influence on the stimulation of the muscle layer. Low pulses will work the most superficial layers of the muscle. Number 4. The frequency. The frequency represents the number of electrostimulation pulses per second in hertz, and is responsible for selecting the type of fibers to be trained. It might be fast or slow fibers. A user used to practicing strength sports will work the fast fibers. On the contrary, a user used to practicing endurance sports will opt to work on slow fibers. Therefore, the frequency used will determine the type of fiber to work with, white or red. Low frequencies make the slow fibers work. High frequencies make the fast fibers work. You should also remember that the higher the frequency of the stimulation, the greater the muscle fatigue produced and muscle damage generated. Number 5. Contraction time. Contraction time, it is the time period in seconds in which the device delivers electrostimulation signals at a given frequency, and thus cause the user's muscles to contract. Once this period is over, the users move to the relaxation time. Afterward, he or she returns to the contraction period in a cyclical manner during the 20 minutes electrofitness training session. Number 6. Relaxation or rest time. Relaxation time, it is the time period in seconds when the device does not deliver electrostimulation signals, and therefore the muscles are relaxed. Once this period is over, you go back to the contraction time. After that, you return to the relaxation period in a cyclical manner throughout the training session. Important notice: when using reduced contraction times, the duration of the resting time should be at least twice as long as the contraction time, so that the force generated by the current does not decrease in contractions. Therefore, the key parameter is the relation between the contraction time and the duration of the contraction rest cycle, called a useful cycle, which reduces the fatigue effects. The life cycle should be 20% and should increase gradually as fatigue decreases. Number 7. Electric pulse intensity or amplitude. Intensity is identified by the wave width expressed in either millivolts or milliamps. The difference between the two measures is the resistance offered by the muscle tissue when an electric current passes through. We can define 4 kinds of thresholds: sensory threshold, when we feel the stimulation; soft motor threshold, when we notice the contraction; intense motor thresholds, when we experience a total of contractions; and pain threshold, when we feel uncomfortable stimulation. Now, thanks to these studies conducted, we can state that during a training session, the higher the intensity of the current applied to the muscle, the greater the resulting force will be. Once you understand the technical parameters applied to electrofitness, we will move to the next lesson on the different objective and type of training that will be able to work with professional equipment. It is normal that you found this lesson a little dense, but it's of great importance to perform 100% effective training. It is also possible that you may have some doubts due to all these new concepts that you are receiving. That's why I want to invite you to a free consultation with one of our electrofitness experts. And right there with them, you can clear all of the doubts you might have about this amazing technology.